Hey, it's the Miracle. I'm just enjoying a cup of coffee after losing the cruise tournament on Face Up Gaming. This is probably, I'm going to guess they've probably given away 15, 16 cruises since I've joined the site. Like I said, I won one of the cruises. Another friend of mine who I'm a member of his forum is Dr. Checkraise. Dr. Checkraise won his second cruise this week on Face Up Gaming. Sand Between My Toes was the big $10,000 tournament winner. I think he won $2,500 somewhere around there. Face Up Gaming is just, it's such a good deal. It really is, and that's why I always start every one of my weekly videos with Face Up Gaming. Think about it. For $24.99, you become a member of the site, which is U.S. legal. Okay, it's a subscription-based poker site where you just become a member of the site and you get to play in all these tournaments. For $24, I will bet you spend triple on coffee every 3 weeks than what that costs you for a month to play all these poker tournaments. So it's a great deal for the prizes that they give. It really is. And just to mention, this June they got a $10,000 tournament on Face Up Gaming again. They have two $5,000 tournaments. They're giving a Lips seat away in Vegas. Lips is for ladies poker. So one lucky lady's going to represent Face Up Gaming in Vegas in a big, huge tournament. You can't beat the site. Plus, they have a $1,000 tournament on Saturdays. They have nightly $200 tournaments, plus all the prizes they give away. It's a no-brainer. For $24.99, you will spend that tonight if you go to the bar and have a couple beers and some wings. And you could have enjoyment for the whole month and a chance to win some great prizes. You cannot beat Face Up Gaming. Talking about Face Up Gaming, it's going to lead me into the donkeys of the week. Okay, what some people don't understand, what is a poker donkey? A poker donkey is a guy that just plays out of control poker, and he gives you your chips. The Face Up Gaming, I'm actually giving the top 4 donkeys away each week of poker, and that's going to be definitely a segment on here. Number 1 donkey of the week is Baldini on Face Up Gaming. He has one move, and the move is all in. We're playing for a cruise today, and Baldini is all in, all in, all in every hand. Oh, he has 2 moves. He calls all ins. He goes all in, and he calls all ins. Baldini, number 1 donkey player of the week. Simon, definitely another donkey player. Very aggressive, constantly aggressive, and never stops. When he has chips, aggressive. When he doesn't have chips, aggressive. And sooner or later, he has no chips. Simon, number 2 donkey player. But he's going to make the top 3 donkey players of the week. But really, he is top donkey. I've played on other sites with him, and he is just way out of control donkey. And that is Floppy Nuts. If you ever play with Floppy Nuts, I don't know what this guy does, but all he does is go all in and seem to lose all his chips. And the thing that puts me on tilt with him, sooner or later he hits. Has no rhyme or reason for the things he does. He's just an out of control poker player. Now, I named 3 online players that were donkeys. The top 4, the guy who made the 4th donkey player of the week, is somebody I play cash with every week. And we have our weekly home game every week. Sorry, Chris, you are made the top 4 donkey players of the week. Now, let me tell you how Chris made the donkey players of the week. We play a nice little home game friendly for 10 cents, 20 cents. When you're losing $70 to $80 in a 10-cent, 20-cent game, you are definitely making the top 4 donkey players of the week. I've been playing 10 cent, 20 cents with these guys for years, and I don't think I've lost $70 in years. But to Chris's defense, he probably was only down 20 because he did win that 70 and then lose that 70. But Chris, sorry, no hard feelings. You're just the donkey player of the week. Top 4 donkey players of the week. The other thing I want to go over this week in this segment is what puts you on tilt at a poker table. And there's a lot of things that put me on tilt, but the biggest thing that puts me on tilt is when people are eating at the poker table. You've all seen that. They get this big tray. Usually, they're fatter than the Miracle. These people are pretty round. They put their table there, and they're licking their fingers, and they're eating their food while they're playing poker. Do they have any idea how dirty these chips are? These chips are as dirty as you can get. They've been passed around by thousands and thousands of people. Who knows where these people's hands are, and this is what they're doing. I bet and then they're eating their wings and they're eating their fries. These chips are filthy dirty. Then they get the cards dirty, they get the chips dirty. Definitely something that puts the Miracle on tilt. The second thing that puts the Miracle on tilt is people that don't know when it's their turn for the blinds. And you have to say, Bob, it's your turn for the blinds every single time. That puts me on major tilt. The other thing that puts the Miracle on tilt is the person that keeps saying, how much do I owe? How much do I owe? Why are you playing this game if you're not paying attention? Paying attention is a big part of poker. And every single time, how much I owe? How much I owe? Is it my turn for the blinds? Definitely two things that put the Miracle on tilt. But if you think about the people that are eating while they're playing poker, these chips are disgusting. Just looking at these chips, how dirty they are. And the people are eating with these chips all the time. The other thing is people just totally not paying attention, and they're not even looking at their cards. They're standing around, not even knowing it's their turn or anything. Another thing that puts the Miracle on tilt. The top thing that puts the Miracle on tilt at a poker table is people that are drunk at the poker table. And this happens all the time, and I got to tell you a story. The Miracle's going to tell you a story. About 2 years, not 2 years, about a year ago, I'm at the Showboat in Atlantic City with all my buddies. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. There's one table left at the Showboat. Just one. We have about 8 players playing. We're having a good old time. It's like a home game. Everybody's having fun. We're having a couple beers, enjoying the game. And here comes a guy walking up to the poker table, drunk as ever. He's doing one of these. I'll buy in for 100. And the dealer says, what? And he goes, I'll buy in for 100. Dealer gives him his 100 chips. And he looks over at the table and says to this guy, and this guy looked at him and said, sorry, buddy, I don't speak drunk. And this guy continues to start playing at our table, and he whips a couple F words. Okay? So finally the dealer tells him, hey, watch it with the language. Okay? So the night goes on, it's about 10 more minutes, and he starts whipping F words again. Finally the security guard at the Showboat comes over to him and says, buddy, watch your language. Now the drunk, when he says watch your language, looks up at the security guard and says, I speak English. He thought he meant what language does he speak. Instead, the security guard wrapped him up, cashed him out, and the drunk was sent to his room. Okay, so drunk people also put the Miracle on tilt. So you got the people that eat, that shouldn't be eating in the first place with the dirty chips. You got Bob, who never knows the blinds. You got the people that don't pay attention, that's when their turn. And then you got the drunk poker players. If you have more to add, always send your comments to the Miracle. I've been getting numerous emails this week, numerous hits on the site. People asking the Miracle all kind of poker questions, and I appreciate it. We only have the site up a week, and it's been a really good success. A lot of people on the site. One last thing before I go until next week's segment. Everybody's probably wondering what this is. My friend George, who played Queen 7. Remember I told you George, he thinks Queen 7's a good hand. Me and George played in a league together when I first started playing poker in 2006. And this is the Saloon Poker Tour Championship Trophy, which I won in 2006. How many people out there could say they won the Saloon Poker Tour Championship? George, you asked me if I still have it, and the Miracle still has it. Tune in next week for the Miracle Poker Scoop. Have a great week and play on Face Up Gaming.